go home. Give me that job, so I'm doing it. That's one more, it's like a fight. It's
Check mic. Check mic.
All the best with it. But consult from me, I'm here.
Hello everyone and welcome aboard. We are down to the last game of the evening, and a big one. It is a fixture between Nemo Stars of Uganda up against Uganda Christian University Doves team. Just to bring you up to speed, this fixture was played 5 months ago, and UCU getting the very upper hand against their rivals tonight. Nemo Stars 3-1 that was. UCU winning that first fixture, and coming into this one, of course, Nemo Stars as the leading team in the log in terms of table standings with 39 points, and of course following them is Sports Volleyball Club with 37, both having played Nemo Stars having played 16 games and Sports having played 15 games. KCCA 34 having played 16. Now UCU 27 having played 14 games. And we just witnessed a thriller between Prisons Volleyball Club and Police, which of course Police was able to walk away with 2 points after them splitting the scores there 3-2. That game ended in favor of Police, who are now number 8 with 10 points, and for Prisons they are bottom of the log with 8 points. Just to bring up speed with the lineups for today, for Team Nemo Stars, jazz number 2 Smith Okumu is around. George Apollo, jazz number 13-17 Chil Elsau. Talemwa Wellington, jazz number 7. Malinga Bena, jazz number 4. Benon Akwakunda, jazz number 3. Opendi John Bosco, jazz number 10. Wandera Stephen, jazz number 15. And for the libero is Singuzi Brian, and of course with their coach there, Tom Amau. And for Uganda Christian University Doves, jazz number 2 and the captain is Omara Mark Ochan. Jazz number 3 Adome Hussein. Jazz number 4 Asasira Anthony. Number 5 Omugisha Blair. Number 7 Oumo John Kokas. Number 9 Dahire Samuel. 10 Ayela Emmanuel. 12 Akampa Ian. 13 Tumusime Nixon. 15 Opus Joseph. 16 Naguma Eli. 18 Amanya Kevin. Those are the players, and of course the liberals have jazz number 11 Opio Francis, and their starting libero jazz number 17 is Obusu Isaac, and for the first coach today is Juma Osunge. He will be assisted with and by Anguria Deogratius, and of course he is a registered player with Nemo Stars as well, but due to his situation at UCU, he is not able to play as per now. The game is underway, and set number 1 is here, and for Nemo Stars, Smith Okumu just starting from the service box there, and to draw the first blood is Mark Omara for Team UCU Doves, off the hands of Esau there, the Chills and Bernard, and that is point number 1 for Team UCU. Hussein Adome basically is used to serving from position number 1 to position number 4 or 5, but this time now he decides to go to serve from position 5, and he errors from the service box. 1-1 apiece for both teams. And for the starting lineups, of course, like I mentioned, Adone Hussein is playing opposite Nixon for UCU. Opus Joseph, of course, with Marco Mara receiving, and through the middle, Eli Naguma and Akampa Ian. And for Nemo Stars, Okumu Smith, this time around playing opposite Echills Esau due to unavailability of Mom Ivan. George Apollo will be receiving with Wandera Steven Willington, and of course Bernard Malinga Redman will be going through the middle. Service errors so far coming from both sides and from good servers. That is Maramak pulling up an S from the service box for Team UCU. Very interesting game this is going to be. In Zambia, of course, the home of classic volleyball and the home of Sports Ground is where we are. And we are bringing the action live to you here. And thank you so far, those of you who have joined us online. We appreciate you for always watching and tuning in. Please do rally your colleagues to subscribe if they are in position to, and also that's when you'll be able to, of course, drop in your comments. Thank you so much, our online supporters. Kwagala Agatha, we are of course in touch with the technical team, and we are attending to that issue that you raised. Service errors coming through from both sides, and let's see Akampa Ian go through to George Apollo. And Wandera Steven is not able to pull up a side out, and that point goes to UCU's way. Akampa Ian on his second attempt. Errors from the service box. Both teams starting with errors, especially from the service box. And it might look as though it is maybe because of the beginning of the game, but it might haunt the teams when we go to the last bit of the set. Swing from Nixon, picked by George Apollo. Hussein again goes back to Nixon. Big swing from him, retrieved by George. And this time round, Eli Naguma leaps high, hits that ball off the hands of Smith Okumu, and gets that point for UCU Dubs. 6 points for UCU so far, and 3 for Nemo Stars. And Nemo Stars gearing up for their journey to the ACC games in Libya. We'll be looking to see what they have prepared so far in store. And for UCU, that's of course they are maintaining that momentum as we progress in this remaining fixtures of the league. Opus Joseph there brought down by Smith and Willington. Steven Wandera with the service. Hussein Adome tries to dump, but George is quick to read that. Again, he goes now to Eli. George helping the middle. And Opus is going to come. Swings, but the ball is... That point is going to go to UCU's way. I mean to Nemo Stars' way, because Opus Joseph this time didn't calculate his attack, and he goes for the antenna as well. And Nemo Stars just within 2 points to catch up. Next one goes big to Esau. George swings. So Isaac not able to keep the ball in play. And that point is for Nemo Stars, who have fought their way from 3 points. Now they are level in terms of scores. Very many fans have come out today to witness the action live here in NSAMBYA grounds, and we so much thank all of them for showing up and showing support to the game of volleyball. And Opus Joseph comes with a big swing cross court. Very good swing from a player of that height. You don't expect, but this is what UCU is all about. Young players, energetic and skilled. Opus Joseph from the service box goes towards George. Cross court. George is able to connect. Obusul Isaac just looking at the ball go his way. He's not able to do much to keep it in play. Now we have Willington, as he's usually called Big Will. He's on the service box for Team Nemo Stars. Eli Naguma on front court for UCU, Adome Hussein and Omara Mark. But as I mentioned earlier on, the service errors from both sides are still kicking in, and that is another one from Willington for Team Nemo Stars. Game is still tight though, 8 for UCU and 7 for Nemo Stars. Naguma Eli on the service box, comes hard towards Brian. Esau, not quite position is being forced to play today, and of course even we saw him play that position last weekend when they were playing Prisons. Oh, they went ahead to win that game 3-1. And now Eli Naguma comes back. This time he gets an S for himself, and for UCU they have pushed themselves to 10 points now, and Nemo Stars are still at 7. Eli Naguma goes hard towards Steven Wandera, and he forces another error, and that is going to take us for our first time out, called in by Coach Tom Amo for Team Nemo Stars. UCU on the lead, 11 points, and for Nemo Stars 7 points. Sure.
No, they always combine. We have like 6 men for training, and when you leave that side,
Another service error attached to UCU, this time around from Eli Naguma, and others who know the uses of timeout, I think it has worked in favor of Nemo Stars, but still those service errors still keeping on coming both sides, and it will be interesting for us to see the statistics, especially of this first set in terms of errors, because most of them are coming from the service box. Smith Okumu tries to connect with Redman. Adome looks for Mara Mark, goes straight to the line, but Smith is able to retrieve it. Esau, off the hands of Ian, and Nixon is able to get a score and a side out for Team Nemo Stars. And as we draw closer to the end of the regular season, teams are of course having few games remaining, and tomorrow we shall have Sports up against Elion, 1 p.m. that is men's action. Sky versus KCC at 3 p.m. Then KAVC will be taking on Indeje, that is at 5 p.m. Those games are going to be played tomorrow. Then 5th April, Police will be playing in Indeje. Prisons will take on Sports at 4 p.m. Nixon with a swing from position 2 off the hands of Malinga Bernard, as known as Redman, is able to get side out for his team UCU Dubs. Maramak, big serve, forces an S. The service pressure from UCU is really putting Nemo Stars to the test here, especially passers. Brian the libero, Steven Wandera, and most of them are really trying so hard to avoid George in this very aspect. Nixon will come in 2 again. This time around, he's brought down by Bernard Malinga and Steven Wandera. Very many of you have joined in the link and you're watching the game live from wherever you're watching. Thank you so much. You can send in your comments, rally your team, and your predictions as well are welcome. Betty Nakandi, you're saying, oh, Team Nemo Stars, you are rallying Nemo Stars to really walk away with a big win. But UCU are still holding on to that lead. Now they are 6 points clear of Nemo Stars, and that swing from Opus Joseph there just pushes them to within 16 points now. Ian Akampa. And that is an S for Ian Akampa. And for Team UCU, they have registered about 4 S's or 3, if I'm not mistaken, so far in this first set. And for Nemo Stars, they should be asking themselves questions how they are leaving these balls to land clearly on court. Akampa Ian comes back. This time around goes towards Steven. Back set by Smith to find Esau. Big swing, and unfortunately for Hussein there, the ball goes and hits his leg and it goes off play. It chills Esau when the service balls go towards Bruce Joseph. The ball is still in play. Isaac Ogusul trying to look for Nixon, who just passes a free ball. Retrieved by George Apol. Smith Okumu tries to play it over. Ball is still in play. Ian now. Nixon from position 2. Very unfortunate, and that's an attack error from him. Nemo Stars just getting those extra 2 points, and UCU they are failing to get a side out. Another error from the attackers of UCU. Now Nemo Stars hitting the 13-point mark, and UCU failing to just get that much needed side out as they are stuck on 17 points. And for Coach Juma, this is the time he has decided to call in that very, very much needed timeout after failing to get a side out from 3 attempts. And
put it inside there.
from Team Nemo Stars, the service pressure from Esau, they just have to maintain and see that they can really close on the gap that UCU has opened here. So far so good, and it looks for Team UCU, but then they will need to get that side out. And for Nemo Stars, they just need to keep on the pressure, piling onto them. Assassia Anthony, you're saying, go Team Dubs 100%, you are touched. Thank you so much for your comment. Esau on the service box for Team Nemo Stars. Goes towards Opus. Hussein trying to look for Pusian. Comes with a very big swing off the hands of Brian, the libero there. And UCU have finally gotten that much needed side out. Nixon now on the service box for Team UCU Dubs. Goes towards Brian. Steven Wandera, picked by Ogusul Isaac. The pipe swing from Omara Mark straight again to Brian, the libero, who is struggling to get those defensive touches. And for Team Nemo Stars, they should be really looking to find ways of stopping these UCU attackers, especially on that backcourt line. And for Opus Joseph, that heavy swing from Omara Mark sends us for the second timeout, called in by Coach Tom Amo for Team Nemo Stars, who are now again trailing by 6 points as UCU hits 19, and for Nemo Stars they are at 13. Georgia Poru this time round comes from the backcourt line and is able to get a side out for Team Nemo Stars. Steven Wandera goes towards Opus Joseph. Adome Hussein looking for Opus, who's brought down, but the ball is still in play. Adome Hussein goes back to Opus. This time round, that's an attack error from him. It goes wide, and Nemo Stars get 2 more points better. And for UCU, they'll still be looking for that side out as Steven Wandera goes for his second attempt on the service. Nixon goes straight to the line, picked by Brian. Free ball now goes to UCU's side, picked by Ogusul. Mara Mark, brought down by Georgia Poru, nicely read as they go and celebrate with their famous GGG movement. UCU just very much need to get a side out because now Nemo Stars are keenly watching that lead cut to 2 now with that very good S service from Steven Wandera. Doing so much and so well is Steven Wandera on the service for Team Nemo Stars, who are now looking for those 2 points as we head into the business end of the set. This time round, errors from the service box, Steven Wandera. That is the second error for him on the service there. 20 points for UCU and 17 points Team Nemo Stars. Puss goes towards Georgia Poru. Okumu goes towards Georgia Poru, who is not able to get a clear swing as the errors on the attack there. Nicely picked by Brian. Back set to Esau. Ball is still in play. Marco Mara passes it over. Okumu Smith sets up George. And off the hands of Adome Hussein and Naguma Eli. Nemo Stars just quite able to get that much needed side out. As now we progress in the first set. Wellington. Eli Naguma, big energy swing through the middle off the hands of Bernard Malin. 22 points is UCU, 18 points for Nemo Stars. Not quite a very quick game it is, but just errors coming through the service for both sides. We have not seen quite a lot from attack as Esau, the chills comes swinging from the backcourt line and it goes wide as well. UCU now looking for 2 points to get the first blood drawn and win the first set. Guma. George Apollo goes hard on the line and finds Nixon just with his right foot on the line there. Yeah. 19 points for Nemo Stars, 23 points for UCU as Okumu Smith doing the service. Tampa Ian doesn't get that tight angle he was looking for, and Nemo Stars just able to get themselves into the 20th point. Okumu Smith goes towards Marco Mara. Adome Hussein goes to Marco Mara. Ball is retrieved by Brian. Nixon slow on the reaction there, and Nemo Stars again back to 2 points, 21-23. Wambali Alex, you're saying Nemo is still warming up. Well, we hope it is what it is, but from the look of things, the other team also did warm, and it's 23, UCU 21 for Nemo Stars. Timeout for UCU. The second calling for Coach Juma Osunge it is. Both coaches have called in 2 time outs, and that that will be it until we get to the end of this first set. Kumo Smith goes again towards Omara Mark, swings and doesn't get a touch in the block, and that ball goes wide. And ladies and gentlemen, it's 22-23. What a comeback from Nemo Stars, and the service pressure, of course, piling on the receivers, especially as Okumu Smith goes direct towards Omara Mark. Nicely picked by Okus. Omara Mark shut down by a Chills Esau together with
Score.
we are back for set number 2. And like I was mentioning earlier on, Nemo Stars came up strong in set number 1 to chase a 6-point lead, and now they have been able to just win that first set. And we are ready for set number 2 as Redman Malinga Bernard come through the middle with that heavy swing. It is 1-1 in the second set. Quite a number of you have joined us online, and we appreciate you so much for always getting these games anytime you are not able to make it to the playing grounds. And Sporters Volleyball Club, of course, is always here, and we shall be everywhere to relay these games anytime they do happen. And a lot of work, of course, through the technical team. Everyone here behind the scenes, we are always dedicated to bringing the best for you in terms of volleyball. And through the middle again goes Malinga Bernard with a big swing, and Naguma Eli not able to stop him there. Scoreboard. Malinga Bernard from the service box for Team Nemo Stars goes towards Umara Mark, who is struggling to really get those clear passes, and Naguma Eli tries to do what center players really are struggling always to do, that is to set emergency balls, and he's not able to pick up or push there in position number 4. Nemo Stars pick up the lead again, and Eli Nagum able to pay for his mistake and gets that clear swing through the middle and gets that side out for Team UCU Dubs. These are contestants, of course, for playoffs, number 1 and number 4, as it looks like with that heavy backward swing and attack from Captain Fantastic George Aporu, and of course a very good set from Smith Okumu there to find his captain. And Nemo Stars continue to just pick up that lead, as of course closes again that side out 4-4 it is so far as we continue in the second set. Nixon picks up George again. Okumu Smith. Ball is still in play. Isaac comes through. Georgia Paul this time around is brought down, but a net touch is called on the blockers of UCU there as they try to stop him coming through the pipe. Just confirm if there was really a net. And yes, I think the good call from the referees there. Mark Omara. The ball not quite received well by Mark Omara there as it goes over, and a rebounder from Georgia Paul just pushes Nemo Stars again to the lead. 2 points now for Nemo Stars. Nicely picked by Isaac Ogusul. Puss able to swing cross court there and get that side out for Team UCU Dubs. George Aporu off the hands of Adome Hussein, who is really struggling to pick up those timed blocks, especially on these attacks from Nemo Stars. So you see you just still chasing for those 2 points. Willington on the service box goes towards Ugusul. Back court set for Nixon, and he is able to get a side out for his side Team UCU Dubs. Camper Ian. For George. And a Camper Ian with a very good pick this time round. George comes back. Nicely picked by Omar Mark. Backward set. Nixon goes towards Brian. Very good pick from him. And a high set for George Apollo. This time round, Hussein Adome is able to read clearly and very well. And he shuts down George Apollo. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, action returns again tomorrow, live here at the home of Classic Volleyball in Zambia, the home of Sportes Volleyball Club. Early morning game, ladies game between ECU and KFVC will start at 9 a.m. Then KCC, a big one, up against Ndeje Elites. That game will start at 11. Then 3 men's games will be following. Sportes will be taking on Alien. That game is scheduled to start at 1 p.m. And Sky Volleyball Club will be up against KCCA. That game is scheduled for 3. And then the last game will be KFBC. They will be taking on the Ndeje Sharks, who have lost their previous 2 games in a row. One against Prisons and last weekend against Sportes Volleyball Club. So coming into this one, the Sharks will be looking to go and walk away with maximum points. And for KFVC as well, they have not been having a good run in this season so far. They will also be in need of maximum points. But back to our action here. Service error from Smith Okumu just handed UCU their much needed lead, and oh my, clearly a very, very big swing from Malinga Bernard, and guess how he lands it down there to the chest of Adome Hussein. And for you and me who are watching this game, you could clearly hear the sound of that heavily hit ball. And Marco Mara cross-court swing goes off-court. The ball is still in play. Steven Wandera. Nicely picked by Opus. Hussein Adome now picks a double touch call from the ref, trying to maybe back set to Omar Komara, and that ball just goes clearly doesn't land onto his palms there, and you could see the reaction from him there as he doesn't get that set. Esau. Ball is still in play. Nixon plays it over. Retrieved by Brian. Kumo Smith setting up Esau. And again, they continue to go towards Adome Hussein, who is struggling to keep those balls in play. Nemo Stars just opening the lead again to 3 points now. 12 for them and 9 for Team UCU Dubs. As we head for the first time out called in by Coach Juma Osunge. And you can clearly see that lots of communicating points from the coaches there to the players. Maria Del Gracias in support, trying to encourage the boys. And for those of us who are online, thank you for dropping in your comments. Lilian Namono, you're saying Malinga is scaring my son. Well, this is volleyball, anything can happen. These balls don't kill, they'll just land on you, and the fans will be here to support, and the ball will be up or it either goes off play. But nonetheless, on your screen is your son. He's very, very okay. He's still in contention. Tagasa Leon, you're saying good play there. Thank you very much for your comment as well. Gusul Isaac to the middle, trying to find Naguma Eli. Hussein Adome quite failing to pick up those positions for breakthrough, and decide out for Team UCU Dubs as Nemo Stars clearly starting to pull away in set number 2. George Apollo this time round goes to Isaac Ogusul, who has failed to receive as well, and a chills goes towards Hussein. Bernard Malinga having those big swings. Today he has come to play. Someone out there will say Redman is going to really enjoy this game, because all the balls he has gotten, he has been able to execute them with a lot of energy. Dome Hussein, back set to Omara Mark, retrieved again. George Apollo to set up now. Smith plays to Elin Aguma. Hussein Adome. Nido swing. Ball is still in play though. Puss. Adome will go again. And Mark Omara off the hands of Bernard Malinga and Stephen Wandera. You see, you finally get the side out and they hit the 10th point mark. And Nemo Stars 4 points ahead with 14. Mark Omara goes towards Brian, and in the pipe comes George Aporo, and Isaac Ogusul off his position just fails to make that defense and keep the ball in play. And for Coach Wambale Alex, you said Nemo is still warming up. I don't know how far, or are they warm now? Because they are on the lead in set number 2 with 15 points, and you see you just failing to pass here. Smith Okunu goes to Esau and off the hands of Nixon. You see you receivers are really having a hard time. Definitely the service pressure is being pushed onto them from the servers of Nemo Stars. Malinga Bernard, and you see you just made a substitution. Womugisha Blair has been introduced, and Mara Mark, who has really struggled in this fixture to pass, has been rested for now. Musul Isaac saying to set up Elin Aguma. An attack error again from UCU. Body language there going really down, and for Nemo Stars the momentum is continuing to pick up. And another substitution for Team UCU. Elin Aguma has been taken off, and Ayela, this time round Emmanuel, has been introduced into this particular second set. And that point is going to go to UCU's side, and side out for them 12 points. 11 it is, and 17 for Nemo Stars. Ayela Emmanuel on the service box. Nicely picked by Stephen Wandera. Chills Esau so high, and you could clearly hear the sound of that ball as it contacts the ground there. Esau taking on that role of the opposite this weekend and even the previous weekend. Ivan Ongom not in contention, and he is really delivering. And if you're a supporter of Team Nemo Stars, you should be really happy and proud of what your team is displaying here. Ivan to set up Esau from the backward line, and this time around the unexpected happens. Opus Joseph brings him down. Tagasa Leon, you're saying UCU is playing good, but Nemo must have trained harder for them. It's an interesting one. Thanks, Sportes. Thank you so much, Leon, for your comment. Like we mentioned earlier on, Nemo Stars is preparing themselves for their trip to the ACC games in Libya. So clearly, they have to really put up a big show, and a very, very nice one. As you see, Hussein Adome brings another block on Nemo Stars and on Stephen Wandera. So 2 of the least taller players on this court have brought down the other taller players on the opponent side. Wambale Alex, you say Nemo is now warm. You see, they are doing their things chap. Thank you so much for your comment, Coach Alex. And this time around, Stephen Wandera is able to pick up the side out and just get that ball off the hands of Adome Hussein with a camper here and there. So another double substitution is going to be introduced here by Team UCU Dubs. Asasira Anthony is coming on for Nixon, and Amanya Kevin is coming on for Adome Hussein. Steven Wandera still on the service box. For Team Nemo Stars, it goes towards Opus Joseph. Sasira goes to Kevin, and three-man block is not able to shut him down as he gets a side out for Team UCU Dubs, and clearly you could see that he had no chance with that three-man block, but nonetheless he's able to get that much needed side out. Ball is still in play. And Sasira Anthony just able to connect with Akampa Ian there through the middle, and it's a very good score for Team UCU Dubs, though that ball doesn't really get the flow. It's being touched by everyone. Timeout now being called in by Coach Amautom for Team Nemo Stars, first of their kind, and for Team UCU they just need to keep it locked there with that momentum. 15 for them and 19 points for Team Nemo Stars. This is set number 2, and set number 1 was won by Nemo Stars after chasing down a 6-point lead. UCU still chasing those 4 points as Opus Joseph continues to do the service here. Tim Smith sets up Willington. The ball is retrieved very well by Ogusu Isaac, but of course for Sasira Anthony, not able to really make a good set out of it, as double touch is called on him by the first rep, Mr. Kiria. So Willington is on the service here. Sasira, back set, Kevin. Another error on the attack for them. And for Nemo Stars, they will be looking for those 4 points as they hit 21 points now. And for UCU, a lot of talking points for them in case they really don't get something out of this set. And for Coach Juma Osunge, these troops have a lot to do as they are just having 15 points. And Toru George comes flying from version 4 and just misses Opus's face there. And another timeout is going to be called by Coach Juma Osunge for Team UCU here. And Kagasa Leon, you're saying on our comment section, I just can't wait to watch Sporters tomorrow. You should be ready for my noise. Sporters, I'm your #1 fan. Thank you so much, Leon, for always rallying behind Sporters. And indeed, we shall be very, very happy to hear your noise tomorrow, and we shall be happy to see you as well. Big Will, as he is known, but Willington here on the service box for Team Nemo Stars. 22 points for them and 15 points for UCU Dubs. And UCU just made another substitution here as we see John Coker's Oumo being introduced in place of Joseph Opus, and as well as Ogusu Isaac giving chance for his other counterpart, Opio Francis, in the liberating section. Tight pick for him there, Francis, and Blair just able to get that small side out. UCU needed 16 for them, 23 it is for Nemo Stars. Caroline Abalo, hi, how are you? We need to see you on ground, show up, but thank you so much for your support, always you're online watching and rallying Team Sporters. And Akampa Ian just gets us that service error, and that earns Nemo Stars their first set point of set number 2. Smith Okumu. As well, errors from the service box. UCU able to save that first set point. 17 points for UCU, 24 points for Nemo Stars. And high above the block goes Etios Sau and just hands Nemo Stars their second set. Not so much resistance so far from UCU Dubs as Nemo Stars easily picking up these points and walking away so far with 2 sets onto themselves. And for UCU, they need to do a lot of digging in the remaining sets if they're really going to walk away with something out of this fixture. And just that confirmation of the team stats as they do stand for set number 2. Nemo Stars, of course, having more attacks, 16 for them and 9 just for UCU. Nemo Stars doing not so well in terms of block, and for UCU they are having 3. And opponent errors, Nemo Stars just having 4 less than UCU, who are having 8. Set number 2 statistics as they have been. Let's just wait and see how set number 3 plays out. If UCU is going to come back the way they have ended set number 2, we shall really be able to see a 3-0 here. But if anything has to change, they will really need to do much more better than what we have just seen them display here. Let's come back. The table leaders and this year's SEC representatives for Uganda, Nemo Stars Volleyball Club, are having 2 sets so far, and UCU Doves just don't have any set. Smith Okumu will start with the service. UCU just returns with the first lineup for them as we started set number 1, and it is the same for Nemo Stars. Sasira Anthony, you're saying Tony is the game changer. Well, he tried to do what he could do best, and for them they couldn't do much as push. The ball is still in play. Free ball now to Nemo's side, taken by Brian. Okumu goes back again to Esau. Mark Omara late for the block there. First point for Team Nemo Stars. Set number 3. For those of us who are watching online, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for those who have been able to comment. We do appreciate you as well. Mark Omara doesn't get any touch from the block as that ball really goes wide and off play. And for Nemo Stars, they have started set number 3 the very way they ended set number 2. High momentum for them, and they are clearly going towards the receiver there. And Puss picks that ball. Dome Hussein back set to Ian Nixon from the backcourt line. South taken by Usui. At point of and Bernard Malinga is able to just bring an end to that rally through the middle there. And Nemo Stars 3, UCU 0. UCU still looking for that side out as Smith Okumu continues to do the service, and this time round he's able to hand them that much needed side out with a service error. Smith Okumu. Shane Adome for UCU now is going to serve. Goes towards George Apollo. UCU blockers not able to communicate there to see who takes that ball. And Mark Omara swings free ball, picked by Brian. Back set to George Apollo. Hard hit to the line. George Apollo on the service box. Domi back set to Mark Omar. No one there to cover and play that ball, as just from the hands of Bernard Malinga. They bring down Mark Omara. 5 points for Nemo Stars and 1 point for UCU Dubs. Dome Hussein just looking at that ball go to the floor, as he doesn't try to do any much to cover it up. Mark Omara really having a bad run today in this fixture. Has been taken off earlier in the set, and Blair has been brought to the game, but still nothing is changing as the big man through the middle, Redman, continues to deliver those long hands to block. He's just brought down Ian Akampa. George Apollo goes to Ogusul. Adome Hussein goes to Nixon. This time round, UCU just able to get that second point in this third set. And we are going to see Blair here. Womisha headed for the service here now for Team UCU Dubs. Here he is. Goes towards Brian. Back set to Shows. George Apollo. Emergency set to Stephen Wandera. Off the hands of Ian. Clearly, it looked like Ian was trying to remove the hands, but they got him there very, very fast. Stephen Wandera able to just get the side out for Team Nemo Stars. 7 points. Nemo Stars, 2 points for UCU Dubs. Malinga Bernard. Akampa Ian, quick through the middle, through the hands of Willington. None is able to stop. Tight pick it was for George Apollo, but there's always choose Esau in that position too to do the damage. And another big swing through the middle for UCU Dubs there, Eli Naguma this time round. And for Willington, 2 heavy hits have come through his block. He has not been able to do much to try to put an end to that. And tough pick for Nemo Stars there. Free ball to UCU, picked by Isaac Ogsu. And that net touch is going to be called on Willington, as UCU just pick themselves up and now they are chasing for 3 points. It is 5-8 now, and Nixon with a service error there. Nemo Stars now 9, UCU Dubs 5. As we see Stephen Wandera headed for the box, goes towards caution 1. time round, very tight one. But the first ref is quick to call for ball out. Willington, service box for Nemo Stars, and they get him to the line there. And good pick from Steven Mandela. And this time around, George Apollo has been called for a net touch there on the block by the second ref. 7 points for UCU Doves and 10 points for Nemo Stars. Naguma Eli goes hard towards Brian. Nicely picked. Smith Okum. George Apollo, cross-court swing. Eli Naguma out of position, not able to keep it in play. So just UCU keep on tracking the lead of the scores here. 11 now. Oh. Nicely picked. Redman going in contention with Ian Akampa. UCU 8, Nemo Stars 11. As we see Adome Sain in the service box. Smith Okumu. George Aporu. Motion 2. Heavy swing. Big hit. It is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is volleyball. Big swing from Captain Fantastic. 12 points. It is for Nemo Stars, and 8 points for UC, who are really struggling. Find themselves here. Isaac Obusul. Ian Akampa to the middle. Smith Okumu uses the leg this time around, but the ball is out of play. The chase for those 3 points continues for UCU as Nemo Stars continue with the lead here. Isaac Obusul plays it over, picked by Brian. Smith Okumu, pipe, George Aporu. Ian Akampa this time round is faulted by the ref for a carry following that back set from Adome Hussein. 14 points for Nemo Stars, 9 points for UCU. Things really not looking good for Team UCU Doves here. Nixon not able to get a clear swing as well, and the first ref just hands that point to Nemo Stars. And Coach Juma Osue quick call for a timeout as his team is really struggling here. And for those of us who are online, especially the fans and supporters of UCU Doves, you should clearly be asking questions for yourselves and the display that the team is having here. It's not really looking so good for Team UCU Doves here. And for Nemo Stars, if you're a supporter and fan, you must be happy and all smiling and all cheering wherever you're watching from. Thank you so much for joining us online and supporting your teams. This is set number 3. Nemo Stars 2 sets on the lead, and UCU still looking for just a set. And clearly they are still chasing as well. 6 points in set number 3. Bernard Malinga is on the service box for Team Nemo Stars. Goes towards Isaac Obusul. Push to the line. Side out and by Joseph Opus there for Team UCU Dubs. And Akampa Ian. Another net touch is going to be called on the blockers of UCU. This time round, Elin Aguma is faulted on that error. Picked by Joseph Axel. From position 2 is Nixon, who is really struggling as well to get those clear attacks, and he is signaling to the bench that I have had enough. I think it's time for me to rest. And for Coach Juma Osunge, he doesn't object. He is introducing Amanya Kevin to take on the role of the opposite for his side. UCU Dubs. Chills Esau. Service picked by Blair. Not quite a good one, but Opus able to get a side out for his team. And Kagasa Leon, you're saying they have questions with no answers. Well, I don't know. That is your opinion. Anif Fanantale, thank you so much for dropping in your comment. You're saying, George Apollo, nice. Indeed, he is having big swings and delivering for his side here. Bernard, cross player Steven Wandera, not getting a very good contact on that ball there. He swings, but though it really goes wide. And Kevin on the service box goes towards Steven again. Margin set for him. George will come. George will swing. And the push, they keep it in play. Obusul Isaac. Picked by Brian. Ball is still in play. Blair goes to Joseph. Swing. Steven Wandera. Free ball now. Joseph Opus goes to the line there and finds a chill this out. Oh my. You see, just trying to keep themselves in this game. Push Joseph there to the line, and Esau, flat-footed, is caught unaware there. Wambale Isaac, Coach Alex, rather. Wambale Alex is saying, UCU has really saved my data until 3 straight. Well, Coach Alex, the game is not yet over. It will clearly be over when it's over. Timeout for Team Nemo Stars, followed by Coach, of course, Amotong at 17 points and 13 points for UCU. Side out for Team Nemo Stars from that middle attack by Wellington. People on the commentary section, especially Hanif Fanantale, by now you should be telling us when ED is, so that we prepare ourselves to come and enjoy. Hajat Hanifa there, Nantale. Another net fall touch is called by the first ref on that rebounder from Naguma Eli, as UCU's troubles continue. Push, still the only player in these light blue and white shorts is trying to pull and push his team forward with those good swings and picking up the points. He's able to get a side out for his team here. George Aporo trying to do the other sports that we all don't play here in the cage, which is football. Clearly, it couldn't come any better. George Aporo trying to do soccer things. Nicely picked by George Aporo. Smith goes for him. And to the line, George Aporo gets a clear swing with that block from Adome Hussein together with Huma Eli.
Ask for a challenge.
And confirmation from May M in terms of Idi, you're saying Idi confirmed tomorrow, Idi Mubarak. Thank you so much for that confirmation, and indeed Idi, happy Idi for all our Muslim friends. We wish you best of the festivities. Thank you so much, May, for that confirmation and for that comment. Blair with a good swing through the hands of Smith there, and the damage is again not changing anything as Elina Guma goes and errors from the service. Nifa Nantale, my technical team, has invited us for Idi, so prepare yourselves because Idi is going to be ready. They're saying, no, Anita, Nantale, I can't come alone. I'll bring my team. We shall come with our cameras and as well be there for Idi. Thank you so much for the invite. We appreciate and wish you the very best in the celebrations. Bale Alex is saying Idi on weekend. Indeed, it is not going to change anything because it has fully been confirmed, and we shall indeed be there to celebrate. Smith Okumu just connecting with Esau. As you can see him leaping so high there. 22 points for Nemo Stars, 16 points for UCU Dubs, George Apollo towards position 1. Ian able to get the side out off the hands there of Bernard Malinga. Blair Omugisha on the service board. As well goes an errors. And Nemo Stars just in search of those 2 points, and they will walk away with a clear victory and of course the maximum points as well. Bernard Malinga goes to, but this time around he's just not having that good toss, and an error from him as well. So you see you hit the 18th point mark. Dr. Hanifa Nantale is really insisting that we should go for Idi. We are indeed coming with our cameras. We are going to stream. We are going to stream that celebration. We shall come with the cameras. Thank you so much for the invite. Barasa, you appreciating. Umesema kazi safi brother Mose. Asante sana. Ndugu wangu Barasa Norobade there. Assistant coach KCB Mkumba, and of course former player for Sky Volleyball Club, Kenyan national. Thank you so much for your comments. And for Nemo Stars, it is match points, and for UCU, it is just to find themselves maybe trying to protect and save this match point. But who's Joseph picking up that swing? Smith Okumu just gets that clear set for Willie through the middle, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The big one, the last one of the day, has come to an end, and for Nemo Stars, of course, they are able to walk away with like 3 points. And Kagasa Leon, you're asking, so will games still be on if it is tomorrow? Well, we shall need to confirm with SOC. Before anything changes, we shall need to find out from SOC there. It clearly gives us that communication. Balo Caroline, thank you so much for joining. And thank you so much, Jose Mose. You want to leave to live stream now? Yeah, it'll be interesting. It will be interesting. Yeah, it will be interesting. That's why we are here, and that's why we are Sporters Volleyball Club Media channel. Thank you so much, all those of us who have joined us online. For me and all the technical team here, we are super excited that we have had a successful day filled with sunshine, brighter day, and of course the fans all here. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for those of us who have dropped in the comments. Bwambale Alex, Hanifa Doctor, Abalo Caroline, Kagasa Leon. We're just going to get that confirmation from SOC to see if the games will be here tomorrow. But as it is, Nemo Stars victorious at the end of the evening, and 3 points for them, and for UCU a lot of talking points and digging as we progress and we go towards the end of the regular league action. Thank you so much from me and to all of us. It is good night and enjoy the Eid celebrations.